What's going on, guys? Today I'm bringing you simple, effective, and easy disarms using the single stick. I'm here with my partner, Guru Sam, and what we're going to do is work on the specific disarms in Kali known as vine disarms. So there's three major ways, and we'll touch base on each one later on in different videos. But today, the vine disarm is usually a technique that involves either your stick or your safety hand wrapping around the opponent in a various manner of ways. So we're going to work with three. The first one we're going to work with is off of an angle 1. Again, remember, when I'm going for my disarms, I want to set the reference point of the angle 1 against the angle 1 or the angle 2 against the angle 2. So I step and strike. I cause him to block. I'm going to start with my left hand coming from my right shoulder. I'm going to stretch it across over both sticks. Then I'm going to start a full circle going counterclockwise. So I'm going to bring this down to my left. And as I'm bringing this down, I want to get the top of my wrist to the top of his wrist. So we're going to connect here, and that should be about halfway. At the same time at halfway, I want to take my stick out, and I want to pin his stick to the side of my body here. I'm going to finish with my full circle going up, and the keynote when I do this is you want to attack it, so you don't just want to worm your way over. You want to twist your body, come back, and solidify the position at the top. You can see how his finger's starting to release. It's a very weak grip for him. I'm going to push until I can't push anymore. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to chamber my stick at the top here. I'm going to slam this straight down. Keynote, when I slam this straight down, I'm not trying to pinch it and grab it. I already have a stick. I'm going to disarm it, line them up for an angle 1. Okay, so let's pull that on the other side real quick. I start with the angle 1. I step. My safety hand is already up. I'm protecting my face. It comes from my right shoulder. I stretch almost like I'm doing a sundot or an eye jab, but I'm doing that to get my hand in the position. I start pushing it down. About 50% of the way, I want wrist to wrist. Take my stick out, attack it by twisting my body, and even though I lose wrist to wrist in some of these attacks, when I come back, I should be able to find it. That's going to allow me to really break his position of his arm and really get me in the right place for the disarm. Slam that down. Strike. Okay, so using the same angle here, we're going to work on another disarm in the vine concept, but this time we're going to be doing it off of angle 2. So I'm going to step with my left leg, I strike angle 2, still wanting him to block. And the main reason why I do that is, again, I want to be in the position where I can start working. So I don't want to be here and try to get my arm there. I want to be able to push in a dominant position here. So I use the back of my hand against the back of his hand. I start bringing this down. As I create space for a stick to move, I'm going to use my stick to distract him by thrusting to the body. This hand's going to come up, and I'm going to get his stick inside of my elbow here. As I do that, I bring my stick over. I step back with my left leg, so I break his base, and I want 4 fingers inside between his puño and his wrist. So this is what we call the hooking section, and I also want my hook on top as well. Once I break his posture and I have him locked in here, I'm going to pull his stick and push his hand away at the same time. This time I'll retain it, follow up with a strike, 1, 2, 3, whatever it might be. Okay. From the other side, as I set up that angle, I want to attack it right away, let it flow. So this is coming up nice and tight. Step back, pull your partner, bring this one over. Hit down, pull. If by chance you don't get this disarm on that push and pull, the alternate method is you'll twist your body and you will pull and step in the direction of the stick. So I'm going to pull behind me, yank it out, and then follow up with the strikes. Okay, so working off angle 1 and 2, it's very, very simple. All you have to make sure is that you give them a reason to let you get into that position. If you just try to worm your way around, or you really just, ask for the position, they're going to be able to counter it on you. So every single time you get into these kind of grappling scenarios where it turns into a disarm, you really got to push and emphasize that you're the one in control. So with that in mind, the last one that we're going to work off is off of a sunrise strike. I use my umbrella block here and I want to check. I'm going to bring this over. I could abanico to distract him. It's not necessary, okay? Once I get here, I'm going to grab, but eventually slide my hand down. I'm going to use my elbow and I'm going to wrap underneath from his wrist area. Bringing my stick around, I can hit his leg again down here. I want to get my body underneath, keeping his stick nice and tight along my chest. When I feel his arm get to the back of my neck, I'm going to pop up and pull the stick towards him. So when I do that, I create a lot of tension on his arm. Either it's going to hyperextend or he's going to let go. Then I have my 2 sticks here to strike. Okay? From the other side, now it's very important when you do that, you don't just come here, and especially when you do this, you don't want to use your head to go underneath. As I get into the position, I can distract, use your legs. Okay, sometimes in Filipino martial arts, they'll use the term bagsak, which is like dropping. So as I come here and I strike, attack it. Strong base coming up, strong base to stand up. That's how you're gonna really solidify the position there. Okay? So those are 3 easy vine disarms. Again, it's about entangling your body around either the sticks, sometimes mostly it's gonna be around the arm, getting them into almost submissive positions, and then causing or giving them a reason to let go. 3 simple disarms. Make sure you try that with your partner, try it slow. And if you haven't already, smash the thumbs up button. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel as well. And until next time, catch you guys later.